go. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was brought down by...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Henry fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the...
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their 1st-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Muscles him off. Still churning. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Rivers now. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
This pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A toss left, Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll throw from the gun. Looking deep for him. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
At the 6-yard line.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
3rd and goal for Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's good for a Tennessee.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
6.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And he returns this to the 22.
Lions on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A second down throw for Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
And less than a yard.
A give to Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tannehill on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Number 28.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
4 yards on the pickup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
30-yard line.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal as the first half is winding down. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Titans 17, Colts 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play. Here's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Check 43. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Smith catches left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rivers. They'll check this one down to Taylor. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Made by Christian Fulton.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
42-yard line.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Again, it's Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
A 29-yard attempt.
Gostkowski's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Rivers trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 31 yards on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 48-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
10 more there and another 1st down.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Darius Leonard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Tannehill. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey. 58, come on. Let's go. 58, come on.
Now it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tiger.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Titan. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just like that. Just like that.
On third down, Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Gostkowski's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Right. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Yo, check left. Check. Lucky.
Now Tannehill. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers, a good throw here, finding Pascal. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
First down.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down. Tonight's final score.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense.